Hi, welcome to Tea Tips with me, Dr. T, and of course, my wonderful Camellia sinensis plant. Today, we're going to talk about green tea and some of the different varieties, and you can find out all that information in my book, The Ultimate Tea Diet. Have you picked up your copy? Keep in mind that green tea has roughly 80% less caffeine than a regular cup of coffee, and it doesn't matter which green tea you drink because they have all the same health benefits. Why? Because all tea comes from one plant, Camellia sinensis. So let's get started. Green tea is made from the leaf taken to the plantation, cleaned and dried, and then they process it. Now, how do they process it? Well, they use a number of ways to process it, and we're going to go over those right now. To start with, in China, they have a green tea, and the most famous green tea is called Dragonwell. And Dragonwell is produced by taking the clean leaves and putting them into a beautiful hot wok. And depending on how that wok is fired up, whether it's gas or charcoal or peat or whatever they might use, it adds a different flavor to the green tea. And you can see it here beautifully. In Japan, the green tea is called sencha. Sen, green, cha, tea, sencha. And in Japan, they take the clean leaves and they put it into a room and they steam them. That's why sencha tea is always so verdantly green, and it has much more of an angular flavor like that. Here we have a very special tea from China. It's called rock tea. This is a famous tea. Why? Because this tea actually grows out of a riverbed in the Fujian province of China, and it is a rare and a prized tea because it grows out of the riverbed, adding the wonderful taste of fresh, pure water, a very high mineral content, and oh, you can smell the rushing spring right there. This is green gunpowder. Now, gunpowder is a tea, a green tea that's rolled up very tightly, and I wanted to show this to you today because gunpowder was the first tea that made its way from China to Europe and eventually to the States. Remember, the States were originally a Dutch colony. The Dutch were the first ones to take tea out of China to Holland, ergo to the United States. And this is the tea that we were drinking in the United States before it was the United States, when New York was New Amsterdam. And George Washington had at minimum of 3 cups of his gunpowder every day. And I wanted to show you a wonderful tea from Japan called Genmai Cha, which is a green tea with the additive of puff brown rice. Great for digestion and adds a beautiful sweet flavor. In China alone, there's over 20,000 varieties of green tea. So I'm sure there's one out there for you to start your journey towards good health, 1 cup of tea at a time. And next week, be sure to stay tuned because you're going to find Dr. T in the kitchen.